Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and the show today is Doc of Detox Cellpower Hydrogen Vessel. And yes, I'm not really into pitching products, but I will tell you something. This is not a straight Doc of Detox product. This is actually made in Europe, but this product is simply amazing. It is. When you take a structured water unit, okay, when you take a structured water unit and then you put this, what we call the Cellpower hydrogen vessel, 1 second, okay, and now there's the vessel right here, okay, just so everybody can know it. And I'll open up to the Zoom people that came on to ask questions. And if anybody has questions, they can do it. But we will have Dr. Carrie on. She's in the air, so I can't get a confirmation from her, but she's going to come on next Wednesday or Thursday, and she's going to go and do a deep dive. And we will be doing a show, okay, at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday or Thursday. I can't confirm it exactly if it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, but it'll be 1 o'clock and then it'll be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will tell you this much, to just remember something. The sun is the greatest hydrogen generator in the universe that we know of. And I will tell you something, that this device here is the greatest hydrogen generator, okay, that we know of. And it is. It creates more hydrogen than any other product, but it also has 10,000 different frequencies, and it has the frequency of the sun, and it has the real frequency of the earth, not the one that used to be, because the frequency of the earth has actually changed. So most people don't know that. But I'm going to go through the slideshow, and then I want to open up for questions. Anybody that's on TikTok, X, otherwise Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, or Telegram, okay? All right, so we can take questions from all of those, and it's right here. I promise you that I can at least wet your whistle. I cannot do like Dr. Carrie, because she is like, before even this device came out, she knew this stuff inside and out, okay? So I want to say this for all of the people who are aging. What is the biggest thing that ages a human being? I'm not talking about your belief systems. I'm talking more on a physical level, but just understand something. If the body had enough hydrogen, the brain wouldn't age either, would it? That's right. But here's the deal. If the body has enough hydrogen, you dissolve scar tissue and you wouldn't even have a scar from surgery. Did you get what I just said? Now, whether you believe this or not, scar tissue is the issue, okay, that you go from a limp to a cane to a walker to a wheelchair to hospice to a hospital, that you go to a surgery. If you weren't creating scar tissue, and I'm not talking about scar tissue from a surgery, but if you weren't creating scar tissue from your inflammatory mind, your inflammatory diet, you wouldn't feel like you're aging. If you had perfect circulation, and if you've got perfect health, and guess what? And if you don't have scar tissue, then you got flexibility. You got strength. Okay? You don't have where you trip on a sidewalk. You know, people don't know it, but just even in their ankle, you build up scar tissue over time, and that's why you don't have the flexibility, so you can't move properly and you're not agile. You build up scar tissue in every joint. Does everybody understand this? That, you know what, it's like me putting WD-40 on a hinge or a screw. I mean, if I had a door that wouldn't open, right? I'm going to put WD-40 on it and let it soak, and then I'm going to be able to open that door. How many people know that scar tissue is just an absence of circulation of lymph and blood and light? That's all it is. So even when we do the non-surgical work, our body work, that's why people go, oh my God, this is such a miracle. No, it isn't. All we're doing is we're bringing it back to alignment. Everything is always about alignment. And guess what? On this planet, how many people know that if you were to go back in the way back in the biblical times, how many people know that there was so much more oxygen in the atmosphere that we breathed Okay, people lived longer. How many people know that that means that there was more hydrogen accessible? And hydrogen is a big problem. But also, remember something, and I'm going to tell you that if you structure your water, now you've got your hydration ability up by 1,000%, and then you put it into this vessel, you're off to the races. So let's take a look here. Now, can you unmute people so that if there's anybody on Zoom, and can you put the link up, please, Rafa, that if people want to come live on here to talk about the vessel, they can put the link right on Facebook, would you? Okay. And I don't know if you can put it anywhere else, though. Okay. So this liquid light fusion of hydrogen has 10,000 frequencies. Understand something. I want to be challenged on this. I want you to take a look at all the other so-called water vessels, water canisters, or even any type of hydrogen machine or micro water. You need to do your homework. You need to do your research. And for those of you that have done your research and really understand that water is the key to set the body free, to bring in the nutrition, the detoxification, and understand something. This is actually going to help everything that you do, from your digestion to your simulation to your elimination. It's going to help you. When you spend money on nutrition, you'll save money because the vehicle is the water. And when you structure water, you get rid of the memory of everybody who drank it. If there's any chemicals in here, if there's any bacteria, if there's any so-called viruses, which are dead, but if there's anything like that, okay, guess what it does? It dismantles it. So the physical thing will still be left, but the frequency changes it. And if you don't believe me, the best thing, we're going to move from the structure unit to that. I just want to tell you that this is how I live my life when it comes to water. And I know that this is rocket fuel when you take structured water and you take the power cell and put them together. So when I structure something, I get rid of the memory of everybody or anything that ever drank it. When you could structure something and not filter it, not run it through a carbon filter, distiller, reverse osmosis, or whatever you want to do to purify it, guess what? You still leave the frequency of the drug, the chemical, the viral, the bacterial in the water, unless water is restructured. And if you don't believe me, then why is it that when rainwater comes down and now we got Billy spraying the skies, and the reality was we had acid rain before then, but even with all of that, when it comes down, everything that is living jumps up for life. Jumps up for life, yes or no? You either get it or you don't get it. You know, we still have the same heavy metals, we still have the same chemicals, we still have the same things in the water, but now we change the frequency in the water, and guess what? You can drink that water, even though you didn't filter it, and you're not going to. Lori and I traveled all around the world with a structure unit, and we actually structure our water, and then we put it into our vessel. But before we had that, we only had the structure water unit. And understand something, everyone. You can go, here's Mr. Marketer Daryl. Well, just look what I'm marketing. Now, this device is around $550 US. For some people, they go, that's ridiculous. Well, you know, the owner has one, and he has the first one, and that is, no, I'm not into Gary Beck's Echo One. Okay, that's like distilled water. Anyways, so the owner, the inventor, his is 10 years old. So they're saying that this will last for 5 to 7 years. But maintained properly and looked after, it'll last longer. Okay? All right? Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Molecular hydrogen is the antidote, the missing link to oxidative stress. So we talk about antioxidants, right? We know that we have a product called C60. It's 270 times stronger than vitamin C. So that neutralizes free radicals like crazy. Well, what do you think this is going to do? What do you think this is going to do? It's going to stop your cells, okay, from stealing electrons from each other. That's the job, right? So let's take a look at it, and just from my understanding, which is nowhere near Dr. Carey, and she'll be on next Wednesday or Thursday. So understand this, okay, that hydrogen neutralizes free radicals. Know this, that to have a little bit of stress is great. And to have a lot of stress is great too, but you got to have a strategy to be able to manage the stress, yes or no? Most people have no strategy, and I'm going to tell you something. This is a different lecture than she would have given, but I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you that 90 to 95% of the population hasn't got the actual strategy to be able to deal with the changes that are coming in the next 2 to 3 years. They don't have it. You can believe this or not, the best gift you're going to buy someone is to give them the best drinking water. You can say, what a salesman he is. Well, then guess what? I'm going to tell you something. Those of you that are getting this information, and look for someone else that sells the vessel, but I'm still telling you to go buy one. You don't have to buy one from Doc of Detox or any of our practitioners, but I'm telling you to invest into it. So if you don't want to give us the money, then give somebody else the money, but do yourself a favor, okay, and actually put rocket fuel in, jet fuel, that makes everything work better. And understand, like I told you, the biggest problem that people have today is free radicals because they can't manage their stress. That's first and foremost. Take a look at all the people that got the you know what. What do you think that this kind of water, with structured water in this, would do? It's going to give them a leg up. And remember something, we're walking bags of water. You do get that, right? You do get that your cells are 99% water. People don't realize that. 99% water, well, there's not much to them. Well, because guess what? They are little hurricanes. They're like little tornadoes of energy. And remember something, water carries information. But let me tell you something. Am I going to carry the information on something with wheels or no wheels? So we don't want it dragged into the cell. Remember, if I were to structure my water with a structure unit, okay, and then and reduce the surface tension greater than anything else, okay, and structuring means this. Does everybody understand that when you drink water, your body has to digest it? And it's called an aquaporin channel in your cells, and it gives off a frequency. And once the water's structured, the actual frequency of the water droplet, which is a 25 to 3,000 layers, that's what makes up a water droplet. Okay, so that water droplet gives off a frequency once it's structured, and that frequency, this frequency from the water droplet works like a key, opens up the aquaporin channel, and it goes in because those 2,500 layers to 3,000 layers stretch out automatically because of a frequency like a choo-choo train instead of being stacked on each other. This is actual real science. That's called fourth phase water. But what if we took fourth phase water that had the lowest surface tension in the world, got rid of the memory of the people that drank it, and actually created a frequency to protect you against anything that was negative? And that negative stuff would come in and then leave. And then what you did is you actually went in and you got the highest amount of hydrogen. You put 10,000 frequencies into your water. Okay. Molecular hydrogen is often represented as H2 and is the simplest, smallest, you got to get this, simplest, smallest, and most abundant molecule in the universe. Okay, wait a minute here. The most abundant molecule in the universe. What if I made it the most abundant molecule in my body? I want you to think about that. Molecular hydrogen consists of 2 hydrogen atoms, each with a single proton and a single electron. It is a fundamental component of the stars, including our sun, which the sun is the biggest hydrogen generator in the universe that we know of. On Earth, hydrogen is less common in its molecular form, but it is found as a component of water and various organic compounds. But guess what? You're not going to get enough. I'm going to tell you something. We're all looking for the fountain of youth. We're all looking for one thing. The end result is happiness. But that happiness is based on energy. And hydrogen is the highest form of energy for the human body. And this is science. Okay? So it has 3 unique frequencies in the lid. Energy, recovery, okay? It's hydrogen rich. It's a 3-phase formula. Special design, PEM and plates. And trust me, it is special. And if you want to join us when Dr. Carey decides to land her plane, okay, and I'm not blaming her, it's just this is what happens in life. Now you get me. I'm kind of like the pitch hitter. I hope I'm doing a good enough job, though. Anyways, so we're looking at RH2, pH, and ORP. And these are all big things about water. And most people have never heard this at all because this is the real science about water. And it has a magnetic ring to mimic the magnetic field of the Earth. And the magnetic ring is actually mimicking the real Earth frequency. And whether you believe this or not, most people are generating from their energy medicine devices the wrong Earth frequency because it has changed like everything else is changing. This whole world is changing. I'm ready for it. There's a huge flip, flop, and fly. You know, it's like this. They are going to flip the switch. In one night, they're going to flip the switch. And when they flip the switch, I'm not going to get into it because most people aren't going to believe me what's coming. And it's not the end of the world. But they flip the switch in one night. What are you going to do to cool down? What are you going to do to calm down? What are you going to do to not become the chaos? And I'm telling you, 99 out of 100 people are going to be like, if they're not losing their crap, they've got a headache, okay? Because most people aren't ready to process this new thing that we're going into. All right. So we've got chromotherapy feature, which is white. We've got color therapy. And you all know how you're attracted to different colors. You know how colors make us. Look at the shirt I have on. This is color therapy. What do you think this makes me feel like? What do you think, you know, think about this. These are the times we're in. What do people like now? Gray, beige, that's what's coming out. And it's to show the dark time, going into dark time. Take a look at the movies, how they shoot. Dark. You know what? I'll have nothing to do with any of this stuff. I'll have nothing to do with 99% of what everybody else has to do with. I am walking away from it. I'm doing the exact opposite of what people do, and that's the way I'm going to live from now on. I mean, you got to wake up to this fact that the majority do not rule. They are being ruled. Medical grade, non-toxic materials, dual chamber electrolysis, okay, reservoir, and guess what, okay? That is 3-minute, 6-minute, 9-minute, depending on what you are trying to accomplish. Can you please move this over here, please? Thank you. I will take questions if anybody has them. The way it should have been. Okay, thank you. All right, so there's a 2-year warranty. There's a 21-day money-back guarantee, okay? All right? And, well, you got to know where your money's going, right? Okay? Hydrogen-rich 3-phase formula increases molecular hydrogen delivery potential. How about the highest delivery potential of any energy medicine water device that we know right now? And you need to challenge the information, okay? All right? You need to challenge the information. Can you do me a favor? What we'll do is I will put our link up there where you can go, but you can go to Cellpower on my website and you can find it. Can you please, Carla, call Lori and find out what the link is, please? Ask her for the link. Okay, Thank you. It is recommended to see this, guys. I don't look after this part. So let me just say this. This is a company where we have a link, and you'll get the link. You'll go to one of our practitioners or my replicated website, or if you want, go to somebody else that actually sells the unit. Go wherever you want to go, and then you purchase the unit. I will tell you that they are out of stock. They actually built enough units for 8 months, and this is what they thought, and they sold them in 6 weeks. So you can figure out why they're doing it and why it went so fast. Now, you will, if you order your unit, it will take about 3 to 4 weeks and you'll have it. Okay, they're not going to let this happen again. They had no realization because this wasn't even pre-launch for this company. Even though this unit, okay, was already produced 10 years ago. You get this? So think about the science that they're hiding from us, everyone. So, don't think that you're just going to find the things that work in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, nutritional, okay, that everybody else does. You should never do what everybody else does. It's like when everybody starts investing into something, it's already too late. I'm telling you right now, never follow the herd. Do not follow the herd, all right? It is recommended to drink within 30 minutes after you make your water, okay? Water is infused with hydrogen and frequencies. We've talked about that. After 24 hours, within the lid still on, if the lid is still on, you've got 90% of the hydrogen left. Now, what I do is I have my device, but I don't drink out of the hydrogen unit because I drink it fresh and I drink a lot of water. And I take it and I'll put my water into the hydrogen vessel. And then what I'll actually do is I pour it into my stainless steel container. I add my Ormus minerals, I add my black diamond, I add whatever I add to my water, and then I drink my water, okay? And I'll put the lid back on, but it doesn't take me long to drink like a quart of water. And whether you believe this or not, in the form of liquid, okay, I will do about anywhere from 3 quarts to 5 quarts a day, and people will say, oh my God, you're going to wear out your kidneys, okay? Or you're going to burn out your kidneys, or you're going to dilute your nutrients. Here's the deal, okay? When you drink just water, like if it was distilled water, reverse osmosis, had no minerals in it, and it wasn't, or you weren't getting enough minerals in your body, you could drink enough water. You're not washing out your nutrients, you're just not getting them. That's the deal. Okay, remember that. Okay, so again, I'm not going to repeat everything here. She will go into things if you want to join us again. It has a PEM membrane. That means proton exchange membrane, which is really important. Here you can see the cathode, the anode. The unique features of this special PEM, otherwise proton exchange membrane, includes complete cavity separation, an efficient discharge system, and specialized airway design. And I will tell you, I want you to compare our vessel and go out there and challenge this one with every other one out there, and then you need to prove it to yourself before you spend any money. Don't look at everything in your life needs to be tested. You need to become your own detective. How much value do you have? When you make quick, fast decisions, unless it's something coming from your heart, make sure that you do the research. You need to convince yourself by researching yourself, okay? So what we're talking about is we are talking about the electrical potential of the sun. Sun gazing is still important. Getting sun is very important. Vitamin D is still important. But we're talking about the hydrogen and the frequencies that come from the sun. So now we're going to get the hydrogen and the frequencies in a bottle, okay? The frequencies are designed to mimic the electrochemical process of photosynthesis. Well, what do you think that helps the world go round? All these trees. Remember little Billy? I don't know if you remember, I showed you a video that he came on and go, only idiots grow trees and think that they're helping against the carbon problem in the world. I mean, I've never met a bigger one in my life. And I don't mean to be name calling, but he has idiotic belief. That's it. Somebody has an idiotic belief, and that's him. So the reality is, frequencies are designed to mimic the electrical process of photosynthesis, where light is converted into chemical energy. Okay. The invisible becomes the physical. I've said that a million times. Do you guys get this? Now, depending on the frequency and the vibration of the frequency will depend on whether you are going to get rid of those issues in your tissues, whether you're going to have the integrity to actually decalcify the mitochondria that are only spinning, okay, remember you're 99% water in the cells, that you're going to decalcify the mitochondria that are only spinning 300 times because they're calcified, okay, when they should be spinning 2,500 times, and to get rid of the swamp-like pollution inside your cell, intercellular poisoning. Toxic people and sick people are first have mitochondrial damage. To have mitochondrial damage, you have an internal swamp in your cells. And if you look at it, you'll see there's a thickening on the cell where the cell is actually thickening the outside of its skin, okay, the layer, to try to protect itself. So what do you think would happen if we had structured, okay, cell-powered water? The groundbreaking initiative replicates the invigorating and life-giving effects the sun has on water, bridging the gap between natural processes and modern technology. And listen, you go back to my work, go back to look at my Healthy to 100 book that I wrote. That was probably 14 years ago. And right in there, I said, the day that we bridge nature, okay, and true science is when we will have harnessed energy medicine and we will be able to combat these psychos that are now after us, okay, with invisible frequencies. What do you think? Okay, why do I wear blue light glasses? I wear blue light glasses all the time, whether I'm in the car, out on the street. I wear them until the sun goes down almost. And you can say, well, you're just ridiculous anyways. Well, no, I'm not. Because understand, there's a little bit of radiation that comes off from the sun. I'm not going to wear designer sunglasses when I can wear Tesla glasses and change the frequency into healing and heal my brain and heal my eyes. How many people here know that I used to wear prescription glasses? I've got perfect eyesight. I can read small print. I can do far away, and it's all because I restored my brain. I restored my eyes, because your eyes don't see. But all I'm trying to get back to is this. They could have put unbelievable healing frequencies on our phones, in our lights, on our computers, okay? All right? But they didn't. They treat us like ants. You know, I can't go into anybody's home almost. They're not going to have LED lighting. I can't go to any mall and they're going to have it. I can't go to a movie. I'm not going to go to a movie unless I wear my Teslas, because you can't take blue light except around noon, and you're only supposed to have it for just a small fraction, a few minutes. You can't have blue light throughout the day. You're screwing up your circadian rhythm. 10,000 kids are having cataracts diagnosed every day now because of blue light poisoning. But let's not stop there. All I said was this: we are electromagnetic light energy beings, and you can take it or leave it. You know, I did come here without a body. I came with just spirit. So I was just electrical energy. That's right. Now I'm, believe it or not, if you don't know things like this, if you haven't read my Perfect Day Guide, this isn't a pitch. Then you are a prisoner, you are a slave on this planet. You are. You're a prisoner and you're a slave on this planet. I have taken my 40 years of work and I've taken the best of the best, and it's in here and it's free. pdgfree.com. And I'm telling you right now, I want to help people. You can believe this or not. My name is Daryl Wolf, and I'm telling you right now that I am not doing anything with first putting money first. I will never do that. And do you know why? It's not because I'm going to get caught. It's not because I want to save the world. It's because I want to bring my own vibration up and understand something. I get it. We're trapped. We have to use money here, but we actually don't need money on this planet. If we could remove money from this planet, we could have all of these things. We could just be creating and loving each other. Well, that's not going to happen here. That's never going to go down here. There's no savior coming to save you. There's no one going to bring up your frequency. There's no one going to bring up your light except temporarily. You are the one that's in charge of this vessel called your body. So, this groundbreaking initiative replicates the invigorating and life-giving effects the sun has on water, bridging the gap between natural processes and modern technology. Now this here, oh my God, this here is a medical breakthrough. If you're talking about medical being health, when medical isn't health, and when's the last time that we had a medical breakthrough, we have a breakdown. This is an actual breakthrough. You can program the masses to believe anything. What do you think I do in my whole life coach? I teach people how to brainwash themselves and how to stay there so that they don't get sold off by the pound. Okay, natural like magnetic field mimicking an optimal earth environment within your water. Okay, first of all, guys, okay, guess what? I know what people think about me. He's the monkey doctor. Why? Because guess what? Carla, do I wear shoes? Do I wear shoes? Do I ever wear shoes? I never wear shoes. And guess what? Even when I go to a restaurant, I go to a supermarket here in Mexico, God love these people. You know, they leave me alone. And understand something. I'm trying to pick up on the earth frequency. If you guys knew who I was and what I want to do, you know I'm just like a kid in the playground for the first time. The planet Earth is my playground. It's not a kiddie litter. I want to have enough energy to create the most amazing adventure and to create platforms to show people that they deserve to love and care for themselves and to have a lovely, beautiful day, and that their smile is their greatest weapon. That's the only weapon they should be using. And understand something. If I didn't have this to be my focus, understand, I get it. This weekend I was sitting back and I was thinking, okay, all right, so money is how the biggest thing they enslave us. The other thing is sex. The other thing is religion. I'm not poo-pooing on all religion or on all sex, but the reality is those three things are what keep us captive. But the reality is I'm thinking to myself, how do I break away from money? I'm not really sure, but I think I just have to keep on working on myself and really just wanting to find the truth out about myself. My focus is on myself because that's the only way that I can make changes for my family or those around me, is if I keep working on myself. Because guess what? I know I'm a terrorist like everybody else to a certain degree, and I'm going to keep working on it because understand, for most people, they are, and if they were honest, they'd say they feel like slaves on this planet, that they're trapped in their body that's full of pain and suffering. They're trapped because they have to go to their job. Well, whoever said they needed to, they should have found their passion and their purpose. My God, don't get me wrong, anyone, but you could actually put your heart and soul into this right now. There's only 4,000 in this company. Meanwhile, this is really a science breakthrough. If you wanted to talk to me, I'd link you with the people because I'm not the guy, but there are people that will show you how to market this. And this is a real thing. So whether you want it for personal use or you're going, oh my God, I just want to pay my bills. Well, how about not paying your bills? How about finding your passion and purpose and help people get better health? And then you can say, well, $575. Well, I could have told you it was $125 for a lot of people. I don't know I think it's $525 or $550. I'm not even sure, guys. See, money does not matter to me like everybody else. If something is going to be, I have never brought on a product unless I could carry it. I actually carry the product, but I only do that for people that come here for personal treatment and training in Mexico. Okay, we have them for them. But I'm not selling them online. You can go to the company to buy this. So understand, I have never done this for 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. Why did I go and jump on this one? Oh, because it was going to make me lots of money? No, because it was going to make money for people that are having trouble making money when they're in health, and they're going to actually feel good about it because it's real. And they're going to change people's lives with this. And they're going to change it big time. So if I had an ego, I would want Doc of Detox on it. I wouldn't want people straying away from my website. So you need to get this. I'm not here to market this product. I'm here to market to you that what are you going to do to offset all the negative frequencies that are coming at us from blue light, from 5G, from 4G, from all the telephone. If you could see all the telephone frequencies going on, you know, you'd be ducking in, hiding in the closet, but that won't even help you. The reality is we're frequency beings and they know how to harvest us. So what are you going to do to counter their negativity? Because it doesn't matter. You go into anybody's home, they never turn off their Wi-Fi. Most people have their phone in their pocket. Most people are on computers and they don't even know that after, you ready for this? After 8 minutes of being and looking at a computer, you already have brain damage happening. That's right, blue light poisoning. Okay, we don't pick up on this stuff, guys. So, innovative hydration solutions with health being a critical focus in today's world. Really? Really critical? Seriously, 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease. Most people have a walking disease, and guess what? Do you know why nobody's talking about it? Let me tell you something. If we were to take the people when I was young, when I was 8 years old, I only saw one person limp. I can remember it was my grandfather that was in my family, my great-grandfather, and he was in the war. And then I knew another man down the street that he limped. Now there's limpers all over the place. You know, we've got 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds limping, and what is that? That's a scar tissue issue. What did I tell you was one of the biggest things to get rid of scar tissue in the body, whether it's in the brain, whether it's in your joints, whether it's in your organs, okay, all right, or whether it was from a surgery and now you've got scar tissue and you've got these feeders coming off of the scar because surgery causes more scar tissue than anything else. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. The goal is to consume water that enhances vitality and health, not just drinking water because it's wet. How many people know that distilled water, reverse osmosis, actually destroys the body? How many people know that when you drink water, it should be a pH of 7 or less? And guess what? How many people out there, did you ever take a look? Buying pH water? Look at all the people that buy pH water alkaline at 8 or 9. They're destroying their health. Oh yeah. How many people will end up actually getting these hydrogen units? I don't want to make any names on here, any claims. And then guess what? Only after a few weeks, those plates are already plaqued. You're not going to get a problem with the vessel. You're not going to have that problem. Structure, and then do that. And guess what? You know how much money you're spending compared? You're spending around $850 if you get a structure unit in this. I'm not telling you to get the structure unit, do whatever you want. And I'll give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Just bring the structure unit back or just ship it back to me. You don't have to say a word. Just, I don't like it, Daryl. You sold me something that doesn't even work. I'll just take it back. So the reality is here is this. Or you can go spend as much as $4,000 on a hydrogen making machine. And guess what? You're not going to have what you have with us, but do your own research. Don't believe me because, you know, you have to believe in yourself and your own research. Molecular hydrogen's role. Hydrogen often referred as the master molecule. Did you get that? The master molecule is a lightweight and abundant gas. It's actually a gas. And guess what? Does everybody understand something? It's a gas in a liquid. It's a gas in a liquid. Now, we know that solids aren't absorbed as good as liquid. We know that liquid is not absorbed as good as gas. So let's structure the liquid to carry the gas deeper into the body. Did you get what I just said? I hope you did. Hydrogen, often referred to as the master molecule, is a lightweight and abundance gas and plays a crucial role in the universe. While chemically stable, molecular hydrogen, otherwise H2, participates in the various chemical reactions and is a significant energy carrier. And guess what? Your body uses it this fast. Remember, it's the smallest molecule and it moves, okay, faster than the speed of light. And guess what? So the reality is you can keep on bringing it in and as much as you want, and all it's doing is neutralizing the negative symptoms and the free radicals that are created by oxidative stress. Pioneering hydrogen approach. In response to this need, Cellpower, that's the vessel, Cellpower introduces an innovative solution to transform water into a source of health and rejuvenation. Ancient water, okay, reimagined. Using molecular hydrogen with a precise frequencies creates water akin to the healing springs reversed by the ancients. I hope you're getting this. This is the same reason, okay, this is the same reason why I have a structure unit at the Personal Treatment and Training Doc of Detox 5-star resort here in Ixtapa, Mexico. I have a structure unit this big. You know a structure unit this big's for? It's for an Olympic pool. And I put it into the pool that we have there, and it's probably about 1/10 the size of an Olympic pool. And then I have actually a saltwater pool device. So I've got structured water and a saltwater device. I have the highest healing water in this pool that people swim in. I mean, you can go swimming for, you know, half an hour to 40 minutes and you're going to come out if you've got a skin condition and you're going to see that it's leaving. The reality is the healing quality of water, whether it's external or internal, is really a big deal. At the heart of the liquid light bottle is a sophisticated electrolysis system that allows the water to create the perfect amount of consumable molecular hydrogen. Now, there is a company out there that says that they have a hydrogen device. It sells for around $3,000 to $4,000, and then they just allow people to just go and jack the pH up as high as they want. And understand something. They'll tell people that are ill that they should be really alkaline, and understand to be alkaline means to drink structured water, okay, structured hydrogen water, and then put actually our Ormus trace minerals in. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to jack the water pH up. You're supposed to bring your alkalinity up through what? Trace minerals, not through the water. Why? Because the trace minerals they're not going to change the pH of the actual stomach fluids, the acidity. But you go ahead and drink all that alkaline water, you are diluting your stomach acidity, and now parasites will get into your small intestine because the acidity in your stomach is supposed to be your guard dog. You get that? So understand something, you may not believe this, but the actual inventor of this device, the Cellpower, he drinks his water at 5.5 pH, 6 pH. You get that? Now, I have never done that. And I just went, whoa, boy, I'm learning every day here. And understand, okay, all right? I know this much about health really well. And I'm just learning like you. I'm just learning like you. Okay? But understand, I've been in it for 40 years. I know about the human body. I know about real detoxification, rejuvenation, restoration of the body. I really do. And you can take it or leave it. I'm continually being attacked. Now, why would somebody come and attack me? Isn't it funny how if money makes the world go round? No, really, really. And we say that all the time. Well, guess what? Don't come up against the powers to be, because you'll be attacked. But I'm used to it. Because I'm going to mind my own business. And the reality, the business is what? The business is to show people that, guess what? You don't have to be sick. That sickness is a state of mind. And if you could just get some different belief systems, you wouldn't have to be sick. I will never have a flu or a cold. Let's forget all the rest. I'm not even going to go to the flu to the cold thing that you think is seasonal, right? It's the same thing with people. They buy health insurance because they're planning on getting sick. Seriously, there's a sick belief. Okay, all right. At the heart of the liquid light bottle is a sophisticated electrolysis system that allows the water to create the perfect amount of consumable molecular hydrogen. Accompanied by proprietary frequency programming technology, this bottle doesn't just hydrate, it revitalizes at the cellular level. And I already told you that revitalizing the cell, you must repair the damage of the mitochondria. And what does it? Well, I know that calcium ions do, like Marigen, it'll decalcify, but I also know that hydrogen water will also do it. All right, so let's put the two together. Because you can't have any disease anywhere in the body which is made up of cells unless you have mitochondrial damage. How about that? How about there is no such thing as stage 4 inflammation, which they call cancer, unless you've got mitochondrial damage. And the mitochondrial damage is mainly calcification, that you had to send the calcium into the cells to what? Buffer down the acidity inside the cells to try to save your butt from mutation. So first you're going to get calcification before mutation. And when you've got calcification anywhere in the body, then you're going to have osteoporosis at the bones that are closest to that area that are trying to deposit those calcium ions into that area so that you can stay healthier longer. All right, molecular mastery. Each bottle employs advanced PEMF, otherwise proton exchange membrane technology for high purity hydrogen infusion. All right, frequency infusion. Programmed with a symphony of frequencies, the bottle aligns water molecules to resonate with cellular health and vitality. Okay, guys, here we go. Whether you're talking physical level of aligning, balance, it has to happen on frequency level. Stop looking at the invisible creates the physical. All right? Frequency creates everything. Light and frequency takes the invisible, makes the physical. That's what made your body. That's what made the human body. That's what made everything. Everything on this planet. Beyond its health benefits, okay, the liquid light bottle boasts an elegant design. It's pretty, it actually is, with intelligent features, including a touch-sensitive interface and LED indicators for hydrogen generation and frequency programming. This water vessel is light years ahead of anything on the market, while it's still remaining simple to use. It ensures that all of your water is an amazing carrier for energy and information. The first step in prevention is hydration. And hydration is not dependent on how much water you drink. Everybody thinks, and guess what? Does everybody know that the 8 glasses a day was never even a study that was done that a human being needed it? How many people said, how many doctors go, you just need 8 glasses a day of water? Who gives it? Didn't care what kind of water it was. And now we know the best water in the world is structured, and then it goes into a Cellpower vessel. And I'll put my reputation on it. And if I'm wrong, I want someone to call me and tell me and show me something better, and I'll drop this like a hot cake. But I've never seen a Cellpower vessel. I've never seen a vessel like this in my life. I've never seen anything this quality in my life. That's the only reason why I brought it on. And like I said, why don't you show me? You don't have to buy it from me. Buy it from whoever you want. But guess what? You're worth it. You're actually worth it. You know, one of my practitioners came on and went, boy, that's really expensive. I said, well, what are you worth? What are you worth? You know, so with some of my practitioners, it wouldn't matter what the price was, it would be expensive. Because understand, what's your value? Really means that. I mean, a Cellsonic is if you were to buy the Cellsonic, you know, it's $140,000. But we also know what it can do. A CardioMed bed, they sell for $250,000. Meanwhile, I'm picking them up at hospitals for $35,000 and then giving people New World practitioner training free. So yeah, that's a bonus. But the reality is this is real science. This is real technology. Okay. Hydrogen benefits as seen through thousands of clinical research papers. Antioxidant activity. Hydrogen is often marketed as a powerful antioxidant. Well, it is. It is not a conventional antioxidant. It is much more powerful as it acts more as a master conductor to the molecules. It's like running a symphony. It is the leader. It is doing more than you think. It is not just being an antioxidant, one of the most powerful on the planet, but it's orchestrating your cells to come back into alignment, okay? It exhibits antioxidant-like effects through signal modulation. Come on, guys. The invisible creates the physical. The frequency, a frequency is loaded with information. That's what it is. It's information and communication. And guess what? A negative frequency will actually bring in what? Symptoms, diseases, because you're out of ease. And then what will this do? Bring you back into ease, bring you back into alignment. So they want frequencies to bring you out of alignment. We've got frequencies to bring you back into alignment, and that's health. That's the world of health. It really is. Influencing metabolic pathways and up-regulating the body's own antioxidants. Selectively targets harmful radicals and helps prevent imbalance in the body. What do you think would happen if you took Cellpower and you took Thunder Shrooms, critical care, and you took Merigen, you took IGF 300,000, IGF-1 300,000, and you also took Ormus minerals and you gave them to somebody that was in. I'll just let you focus on it. Because understand something. People get a life sentence because they hardly have any voltage left. Yes or no? What if you were to change the voltage in the body? Do you change the issue in the tissue? Do you actually bring the tissue integrity back up? Do you change what's going on instead of a disease state, an at-ease state, alignment? What do you think? Everything starts from the cell and works its way out. So now we need to get into the cell as soon as possible and understand that person's in bed and thinking they're headed towards dead because they don't have enough energy. What's the difference between someone healthy and not healthy? Energy. What's the difference between a young child and an older person? Well, that older person lacks energy because they don't know how to hack it. They don't know how to infuse electrical and light energy into their body. Listen, sales pitch or not, let's find out if this is a real sales pitch. Okay, all right? Antioxidant activity. Hydrogen is often marketed as a powerful antioxidant. Okay, we've already said that. Hydrogen is the only antioxidant that does not become a free radical. Oh my God, are you getting this? Are you getting this in the whole world of free radical damage? Hydrogen is the only antioxidant that does not become a free radical once it has used all of its antioxidant potential. I mean, right there, you should be thinking, wow, what a healing. What a healing. And remember something. Dr. Wolf doesn't heal. Dr. Wolf doesn't cure. Dr. Wolf has information and strategies. Dr. Wolf has brainwashing strategies that people learn to brainwash themselves to come back to their authentic selves. Dr. Wolf has a bodywork technique that he offers a money-back guarantee on. I offer a money-back guarantee on everything I do. Why? Because it's outside the box. No, it's not. I burnt the box along. Cell signaling and gene expression. Molecular hydrogen can influence cell signaling pathways and gene expression. I hope you're getting this. I hope you're getting this, okay? All right? Things are not genetic. They're epigenetic. And as soon as you start putting in different frequencies and a different form of light, you're going to get it right, okay? You're going to get it right. It may activate certain transcription factors like NRF2, which is nuclear factor erythroid 2-related factor 2, which regulates the expression of antioxidant enzyme and phase 2 detoxification enzymes. Oh my God. I mean, this just sounds like big science to me, but all it is this, is restoring, okay, bringing up your genetics, okay? Remember something, okay, right? There are no genetic diseases. There are genetic programs. How would you like to bring your program up? How would you like to tighten things up? How would you like to bring up the integrity of it? Remember something, enzymes. Enzymes are the spark of life. And when your enzymes are not being produced or they are malfunctioning, then everything else malfunctions. Remember something, enzymes don't just digest things. Enzymes are the activator of information, carrier of information. All right, anti-inflammatory effect. This is good because guess what? We're an inflammation nation. And actually, there's only one disease, guys, and that's called inflammation. There's only one disease called inflammation. And it's done mentally, and it's done physically. Now, if I just do this, will the structured water and the hydrogen vessel actually cool my brain? Will it help to rewrite things? Will it help to align me more? Absolutely. So it will help you on an emotional level. Don't believe me, just try it and see if you emotionally feel better. And on a physically level, reduce the inflammation. Guess what? If you reduce the inflammation, that means a fire, doesn't it? When we show inflammation, we show a fire. And what happens if you have a fire, even if it's low, even if the fire's on low? You're still going to become beef jerky because inflammation causes dehydration tissues. And when you get dehydration of the tissues, you'll get strangulation of the nervous system. So their doctor's going to say, oh my God, okay, all right, you've got stenosis of the spine. The nerves are dead. We have to do surgery. And I call BS. So understand something. All tissues can be changed if we can bring back what they're missing. Okay? So H2 demonstrates anti-inflammatory properties by modulating various signaling pathways and pro-inflammatory mediators. And understand something. I am going to answer all the questions that come in here from TikTok, X, otherwise known as Twitter, Rumble, Facebook, and Telegram. Okay? And understand something. We go from inflammation to scar tissue formation to calcification to mutation. Because guess what? What does a fire do? Eat up oxygen. Who's the only person that ever received the Nobel Prize was Dr. Otto Warburg. Guess what he got it for? 35% of the cell is now deprived of, the cell has been deprived of 35% of its oxygen. So guess what? It says, I don't want to die. I just want to survive. Okay, so what am I going to do? Oh my God, look at the sugar that comes into this body. Look at the lactic acid that is made because they're so acidic. All right, we can survive. That's called a cancer cell. Do your homework. Do your homework. And then the next time you talk to your doctor, say, hey, what's the cause of cancer? Let's find out if he actually knows it's oxygen. And just know this, everyone, that you are the practitioner. You are the savior that you've been looking for. Okay? Selective action and cellular penetration. The small size and non-polar nature of H2 molecules. We already said it's the smallest molecule. It can go anywhere in the body and do what it needs to do. H2 molecules enable them to easily penetrate cellular membranes okay, and access subcellular compartments, including the mitochondria and the nucleus. Okay, and you know what? Everybody thought the nucleus was the powerhouse of the cell, but it's actually okay. All right, and then here's all the benefits. I'll let you just go back and read them, okay? But if you take a look, these are benefits, and we can say it because there has been hundreds of thousands of hydrogen studies, and these actual benefits are the end result of these studies. So let's make that perfectly clear. So go check it out if you want, but there you can go through the list. All right, when the body asks for water, oh my gosh, when the body asks for water, it's actually asking for what? Help me out. Hydrogen. On the quantum level, if you want to have a high vibration, you've got to improve your hydration. High vibration is high hydration. Hydration, high vibration. Go get it. Drink distilled water. See how high you vibrate. Go drink osmosis water. Go drink carbon filtered water. How about that? All right? Let's see how high you vibrate. And I'll just tell you something right now. You smiling, you having a different attitude in your life, that'll bring your vibration up. Why don't we get a whole team of things working? Okay? A revolutionary approach to that embodies simplicity, generosity, and long-term prosperity. Prosperity. Okay, well, if you don't have your health, you'll never have your wealth. You'll just spend it. It'll be gone. Okay, so I am not going to go through any more slides here because the next slides are actually about marketing. Now, when we have Dr. Carrie come on, we are actually, her slideshow is different than mine. She goes much deeper, and she proves that there's a lot of units out there that can sell anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 that actually will turn on you after a few weeks. She will actually prove the true and real science behind this because her heart's into this. What I know is not maybe just, I probably know 1/100th of what she knows. She's got all the science to back it up. So I am not going to go any further with that, but I will answer people's questions. Okay? All right? So let me just bring up the questions, please. Okay, can we bring up my other slideshow? The regular one. Okay? All right, the Doc Talk. So if you can take that one and go work with it, thank you. And I'll switch over here. And just know this, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I want everyone to get this. How calm can you stay? Did you know that I didn't find out that she was in the air in a plane till that the show wasn't going to go on? It was 10 to the hour. And then I figured, oh, wow, guess we're not going to do the show. And then I said, no, the show can go. No, I don't want to disappoint. Okay? But understand something. Watch out for how quickly you. Watch out how easy it is for them to distract you, disrupt you, throw you off track. And understand they're doing it all the time. They can't do it. What? Virus at? Okay? Throw another economic situation at me. You know, I'm not buying into any of it. None of this vibrates. It doesn't help my friend. Ask yourself this. If something doesn't protect, respect, and honor your frequency, honor your joy, honor your happiness, honor your energy, why are you participating? Why do you do that? And why are you answering people's questions that think they have authority over you? Why are you doing people's bidding just because they create fear in you? Why are you doing this? Just question yourself first and foremost. Observe yourself with all the love and all the respect in the world. Okay? So that is the most. Let me just take a look at what questions we have. Structured water is the best water. Add Ormus trace minerals. We've got a true winner. Knowledge is power. 3, 2, 1, we got this. Very good. Thank you, love. Any solution referring to fluoride in the water. Now, okay, I'm going to tell you something. I know you're not, now this is where you go, okay, up until now, I was okay with him. Now I think he's just a quack. And that's it. I don't care. I know I'm a quack. I know I'm crazy. I know I'm insane. I know I'm a threat. I know I'm dangerous, whatever you want to call me. It doesn't matter. But the reality is this, like in our house, I have a coconut filter that we can backflush. In the DOD 5-star resort, we have a coconut filter in. But the reality is when I'm on the road, I know this, and you don't know this, but it's the truth. Do your homework. Why don't you look at the research of Dr. Gerald Pollack of Washington University on fourth phase water. When I go to, let's say, to an airport and they have those filtration, I'll use that. If they don't, I go into the bathroom and I use tap water. I'll go into a restaurant, I'll use tap water. Whether you believe it or not, when it goes through a structure unit, even though the fluoride's still in there, the chlorine's still in there maybe, it's not going to harm my body. We already talked about that. I know it's hard for you to wrap your head, but even if you filter your water with a carbon filter, distilled water, which takes everything out, it totally makes it not water. Reverse osmosis, not water. And the reality is you can't digest it properly because it's a food when you do that. You're still getting, even if you took all the physical out, you're still getting the frequencies. I already told you that the invisible supersedes the physical, the invisible creates the physical, and we can use a frequency to protect ourselves even though it's still in here. I don't expect you to get it, but I don't have anything more than a carbon filter made out of coconut. It's a coconut carbon filter, and I love it. I love it. I love the flavor. I don't like charcoal carbon filters. Okay, you get a charcoal addiction from that. All right, so I just don't do it. But the reality is when I'm traveling and I'm going to be hitting the road and doing a Canadian tour, and that's coming up real soon here. And when I go to do that Canadian tour, it'll be just under a tap, and then you can call me crazy, but I know I am. Okay. Let me see. Yes, I drink water and structured water. How is one different than Gary Brecka's Echo? Well, because the Echo is more like a distiller. It's not doing this. Why don't you go and check out the link? See here. If you go to my website and put in Cellpower, you will be it'll take you right to the page of all the science, and then you can click on that, and then you can go into Illuma Vitae, and you can go deeper down the rabbit hole. Okay. You know what? I really like when people sell themselves. Okay. Oh, I love this. Is this, Tom? Is this structured water? Is it pH important? No, it's not. No. You just got sucker punched mainly by a few companies. I don't want to name them, and they're MLM companies. But having an alkaline pH to your water is not smart. It's the higher you go, the more trouble you're going to have. Remember something. We just told you what structured water is the most important. I told you that the actual inventor of the vessel, he actually drinks water at 5.5 pH. Your alkalining your body doesn't come from that. It comes from alkaline foods and alkaline nutrition. And guess what else? What else alkalines your body is structured water. You could have no minerals in distilled water, none, and structure it, and it will help to alkaline your body. Hydration alkalines your body. But what if I did the structured water, and the structure unit actually creates hydrogen, but nothing like the water vessel. It creates copious amounts. And we already said it's the most important molecule, and it's the smallest molecule. And we already said it gets, my God, look at all the things it does, but it gets rid of scar tissue. My gosh, why do you think we tell everyone who comes to us for personal treatment and training that they should look at the Cellpower and make sure they're drinking it before they come, drink it when they're here? because they're going to spend less money. They're going to have less, we're going to have less trouble pulling the beef jerky apart, which is called old age. Grandpa, you okay? You're walking as stiff as a board. What do you think the fibroid? What do you think the endometriosis is? What do you think the sinus infection? What do you think colitis is? Every place where there's inflammation, there's scar tissue. Okay? Ormus trace minerals, reminder to self. That's hydration on steroids. Our Ormus trace minerals, let me see if I can find the bottle here, right here. Okay, here it is. So do your homework if you want. These Ormus minerals are they show runoff, not climate change. Anyways, and that goes into the ocean, and then the algae in the ocean takes those minerals, which are the highest voltage, and puts them into plant mineral, and then they take it, they produce beyond Ormus mineral, which is Ormus now. Just the minerals, trace minerals on the plant, but it's now Ormus, which works etheric, which works not on the physical body, the emotional body. You take this product and so you take 40 drops a day, every day. You want to rev up your brain and your body, you take 80 drops. So that's why earlier I told you, those are one of the key things that I would do. Okay, pollen issues. What is good for upper respiratory, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to answer this, but I'm going to tell you something. Nobody has pollen issues when they don't have immunity problems. Nobody has pollen issues when they're not on an inflammatory diet. People do not have pollen issues if they have their bowels working properly. I know what I'm talking about. Challenge me on it. I don't mind. I really don't. But the reality is that you need to nebulize. Okay? Where's the nebulizer? Can you see? Okay, so what you do, and I'm going to tell you this, if you've got pollen issues, is first of all, remember something. You have the inability to process pollen because you have immune deficiency. Say that. Does it resonate? Maybe it doesn't. But the reality, it's true. And once you have it once, you're going to say, I have allergies to pollen, and then you're going to say it all the time. And then you're going to have them because whatever information you're putting out there, I just want to pay my bills. I just want to pay my bills. Okay? I don't want to suffer anymore. Well, you won't suffer anymore, but you won't suffer any less. Okay? Nobody loves me. Well, nobody's going to. I'm lonely. Well, you're always going to stay. Okay? All right? Okay? You can't make a living on this planet. No. I don't want to be sick anymore. I don't want to be sick. You're going to be. Look at what you're saying. We've all been taught by our parents and every other peer, and especially school, on how to speak, make it feel like it's positive, but it's. Why don't you just say what you really want? Why don't you just focus on what you really want? You're so much more than your beliefs. But they're not your beliefs. Now I'm done with that. Back to this. Get yourself infinite iodine. I have the only non-toxic. Sure. We have stage 4 inflammation patients, especially breast situation. They're doing an ounce and a half. Do that of any other iodine, you're going to blow your thyroid through the roof. Not on ours. You take straight infinite iodine, start nebulizing it. You can use a portable, but buy yourself a house unit and understand something. If you were to nebulize, if the whole world were to nebulize infinite iodine and also nebulize, are you ready for this? Right eyes. Can you grab that for me? Oh, bright eyes. You go ahead and nebulize infinite iodine on its own. And if you do infinite iodine straight and you do a little inhale and you cough and you can't stop coughing, that's how much infection inflammation and scar tissue. Mucus, you've already put it. So you might have to take the iodine and maybe go, I wouldn't say 1 part iodine, go 1 part distilled water, 1 part iodine, 1 part distilled water. The sooner that you can go to just infinite iodine straight, I can show. Here's the infinite iodine right here. And if you do the infinite iodine, 1 part distilled water, 1 part infinite, you can start there, but you want to go straight infinite iodine. You're actually going to disinfect. How many people know that our infinite iodine will neutralize mantle virus? Okay, so but eventually you want to do the iodine straight, and you want to do it right throughout the day. You know, you can believe it or not believe it, but we have stage 4 inflammation lung patients come to us. And we've had quite a few of them that are actually vets, right? Veterans. And they don't have a lot of money, okay? And I can tell you one that came to us, didn't have a lot of money, underweight. We had him buy a nebulizer, portable, traveling, just going to. And we have another one at the house, and he wasn't supposed to last more. And it's saved his life. Just got rid of, brought back into. Well, it's all about alignment, not bringing something, getting rid of something that's taking you, bringing up your vibration. And it's always about vibration. So these are the fulvic nanodrops that you use for cataracts, glaucoma, detached retina, floaters, you name it, okay? Well, whatever the eye problem is. And most eye problems are actually a brain problem. And today it's going right through the roof. Nobody even knows. Blue light's more. You can put the bright eyes in your eye, take it straight and use it to nebulize it. You can also use the infinite iodine. Okay, but understand this person with the pollen problem, take a look at your bowels, your liver, just make some. And you know, you could all get a consult for $150 from one of my master practitioners, which is nothing. At $150, and then you get lifetime support, and we'll send you the hour audio. Okay, so just know that. And you can get my perfect day guide. Don't get me wrong, here comes a sales pitch, but it's free, pdgfree.com. And everything in here, everything from eye restoration, ear restoration, from your toes to your nose, I give it to you, all of it. Okay? All right. And it's free. And those of you who love the manual, we'll ship it to your door, $95. And if you tried to run it off, you're looking at about $150 to $250, depending where you live. Okay? If you were to make it color and all this beautiful quality. All right? Awesome bottle. I signed up already. Thank you, Daryl. Can you put your link to? Could you find out my link, and did you put it up on Facebook? Can you call her, please? Thank you. Please go do that and then put it up for me. Thanks, love. Let me see here. Invisible becomes the physical. Lovely. Structured water is the best water. Okay, got it. Any solution okay, we did that already. I just got H2, hydrogen. Water tastes terrible. Appreciate the. Daryl is cutting out a lot. Seems like maybe it's microphone. Am I cutting out, or is it just for the lady? Can other people tell me sound is going in and out? Rafa? Yes, it is. No, we've got a few people on here. My sound is going in and out. I will try to figure that out. Maybe there's a wire, Rafa, that's not connected properly. What? No, you need to be on it. Thank you. Yeah, okay. We got people confirming it's been going in and out the whole time. All right? Do you understand that? Okay, thank you. Sometimes I tell Rafa he doesn't believe me. He thinks people are crazy. But we should listen to the people that are listening to us. That's what I think. What do you think? Anyways, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I didn't do it as well as Dr. Carey, and but just know this. I do believe in this, and that's the only reason why I brought it on. So check it out. If you want to call me on it, 469-861-9454. Let me just move here for a second. We've answered all the questions. Okay. So anyways, usually it's called Doc Talk. So we will have Doc Talk next week. We are looking at Wednesday or Thursday next week, doing it with Dr. Carey twice, because different people have different times, and we're also doing it for Australia and also around the world. So it'll be at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it'll be Wednesday or Thursday. We will notify everyone as soon as she lands. We can find that out. That's what happens. You have trouble with the plane takes off late. And again, I told you about my perfect day already. Check it out. It's free. Download it. Read it. See if it's worth keeping on your computer. And then some of you might want to purchase it. Everyone, my 5-star health and healing retreats, okay, all take place here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo. If you ever want to know more, you can call me on my phone number at 469-861-8884 or on the 800 number, extension 5, that comes to me. And if you ever want to come away and get trained and treated and learn how to be the healer, the practitioner for yourself, okay, leave standing in your power of unconditional care and love for yourself and not allowing the world to humiliate you, embarrass you, tell you what it thinks you are, because the world doesn't think anymore, and it doesn't. Okay? These are all the different treatments that we do. Couples treatment and training, and we do that for individuals, we do it for groups, families, okay, organizations, corporations, but only up to 12 people. Okay? All right? And that's 12 people, but we only have 3 rooms in the DOD Health and Healing Resort. We don't take more than either 6 if it's couples or 3 people. We don't overload the resort. We want our trainings to be 10 out of 10. No more. 2.5 years ago, I opened up the Ixtapa World Healing and Training Resort, and sometimes we'd have 100, even up to 200 people there that came for trainings and treatments and things of that nature. Now I want to be very specific with people. We're nobody's savior. We're there to actually treat and train. And these are people that say, you know what, I want my life back, and I want to be in charge of my life on an emotional, nutritional, and physical level. And I'm going to go for this training, and it could be anywhere from 5 days to actually a month. And that's the truth. We're not interested in high numbers and running an assembly line. We're interested in quality. And understand something. If you have a critical situation, you can call me. I'll tell you what I would do in that critical situation. But nobody's allowed to come to me or come to our place in a critical situation. Okay? And you're not. You cannot come to me like that. And it's not because I don't love you and I don't care for you. There's people out there and there's situations and systems out there that want me to deal with critical care people, and then they don't get well. And then they can just bring down the hammer. You know how I speak. You know how I speak to try to stand up for all human beings. Well, understand something. You want to stand up for yourself, you're going to rock it a little bit. Start standing up for the whole Braveheart Nation around the world, and understand, you're going to ruffle some feathers. I don't do it to ruffle feathers. Oh, for God's sakes, we're all told that we could have it all, that we could have a beautiful life, that we could be healthy. Meanwhile, everything that's telling us that is undermining us. Tell me I'm wrong. That's all. Just tell me I'm wrong. Couples treatment and trainings are usually 7 days. Personal Wolf non-surgical training is 7 days. We have a treatment and training coming in next week. That's 3 weeks. The next treatment, so it's not 7 days, it's 7 or more. The next one we have coming in is a beautiful couple, and they're coming for 13 days. Because we talk about it, and we want to know between us, what we know and what you know, we want to give you what you truly want and need, okay? Our Wolf non-surgical certification is 12 days. That means you can come and get personally certified. Sage actually has 4 people coming from a clinic overseas that are going to be flying here, and he's going to be certifying them because they don't have time to take our course. They said in June we're going to be in Stuart, Florida, early June with the Whole Life Coach, the Wolf non-surgical, and the pelvic restoration course. Our athletic Wolf non-surgical certification is 7 days. That's all it is. It's for trainers and for people in the sports industry. Our pain-free pelvic restoration is for somebody that has, you know, they've got pain, they've got cysts, they've got on their ovaries, they've got endometriosis, they got fibroids, they got tumors maybe, they have infertility, okay, they have really bad dryness, they have a dropped uterus, they have a dropped transverse colon, they might have prostate inflammation, they might have impotence. I mean, it goes on. And the things we do are beyond anything with our cardio med bed, cell sonic, Wolf non-surgical, vaginal infusions. That's only a few things. We teach you everything. We give you the red carpet. My DOD 5-star retreat is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Everything about it is 10 out of 10. And what we do is you will make your own salads. It's really important. You will make your own food, but we will either go to the market and get you everything organic. We will get you fresh seafood that was caught 5 hours ago, okay? We will make sure that you have all the organic juices you want. We will make sure that you have everything you need to have the healing that you want. And everybody's different, right? Pain-free pelvic restoration, Wolf non-surgical, that is 10 days, okay? And this is for people that actually want to come and restore their pelvis, but they also want to learn how to do Wolf non-surgical on the area just below the ribs, right down, and the whole pelvic region, and the low back area and hips, because that's all they want to learn. They don't have time, or that's the most important area because it's troubled. We have pain-free pregnancy. That's a minimum of 10 days. This is teaching how to honor, love, and respect yourself, your partner. This is how to welcome a spirit being into the vaginal canal, and understanding that that little being, it feeds off a frequency, and you are actually deciding its personality and the health of that being while it's in the womb, which for most cases it's a tomb, because people take getting pregnant very lightly, and the only thing that's heavy about it is the fear all around it, and that was actually programmed into everyone. And a woman can actually deliver within 45 minutes to a couple hours maximum if she wasn't full of scar tissue, crystallization, calcification, and fear. And we can change that. And I've done it for thousands of people. And we're talking about women that have trouble delivering all the time, and then they come with their partner. The partner learns non-surgical. They learn about a perfect day diet. They learn about internal, external therapies. They learn about mind control, that they need to be the ones in control. And that's what we teach, okay? So we will go as deep as you want or keep it as superficial. We're here to give you this. What a holiday, what a healing, okay? All right, we also do personalized healing, relaxation getaways, advanced water fast, health and healing retreat, organic juice fasting as well, okay? Dr. Sage Wolf will come to you anywhere around the world to do a personal treatment and training or a certification in Wolf non-surgical. All right, I'm coming to Canada. I'm going to be first going to Calgary. I'm not going to go through all this here, but you can stop the video or watch on Facebook, but this is our schedule here, okay? And I just want to make sure that it's all here. Make sure, everyone, that we do not have the Kelowna one. We have a day with the doc in Kelowna, British Columbia, in Oliver. Not in Kelowna, but in Oliver. We're in Kelowna Let's see if there's another one. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me go back through this. I didn't know we had it. We're up to date. So I'll be in Calgary. Everybody get in touch with Lorraine. Everybody knows Lorraine. She's a master practitioner. 403-605-9216. And I'll be doing Reverse the Irreversible. And then I'll be doing a day with the doc on Saturday. So Wednesday is Reverse the Irreversible. A day with the doc is on Saturday. And if you want to meet with me, 6:30 is a meet and greet. Let's just chat. Let's get to know each other. 7:30 I start the lecture, and we will close down everything by 10:30. You can stay as long as you want or as short as you want, okay? And that's Reverse the Irreversible. No more drugs, cane surgery, or wheelchairs. On Saturday, it's a day with the doc. It starts at 12, ends at 4. The reality is I'm going to make sure the next time I come up here, but if you want to go, you need to reserve. You can either go to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com, or you can call Lorraine, one or the other, or just call the 800 number. We will be in McDowell, Saskatchewan. It's the first time I've ever lectured in Saskatchewan. Michelle's number is 306-961-8690. And we're going to do the same thing there. And here's the dates. Then we go to Kelowna, and we do the Reverse the Irreversible on a Wednesday night. And then we go to, one sec, sorry. Okay. Then we go to Oliver, okay, from 10 a.m. to 3 o'clock. We do a day with the doc in Oliver. Please contact Trish. I need Trish's phone number. Please let Nat know that he needs to change the Oliver to Trish so they can call Trish, not this. That should have never been there. Okay, so we want the host to be called, and then again, you can see this all up on our website. And then I'm actually lecturing in Toronto, Ontario, and it's called A Day with the Doc. I'm only doing one day on Saturday, everyone. Saturday, May the 4th, lectures at 10 a.m. till 3 o'clock. These are all free, and in Calgary, Lorraine is having people do just even a minimum of $5 to give to a charity to help to support women. Okay? I think that's amazing that she did that. Here's where the next 3 New World practitioner courses are going to be. Stewart, Florida, we'll be doing Wolf Non-Surgical, well, Whole Life Coach first, Wolf Non-Surgical certification, and then Women's Pelvic Restoration and Masterclass. It's a 3-day. So that'll be in Stewart, Florida. And then in Coffs Harbour, we'll be there August the 7th, starting the same thing. And then in Ixtapa, Mexico here, we are going to rock this thing in Mexico. You wait till you see how you get treated, how you get appreciated. We are going to be having the most beautiful foods for you to eat, and we're going to have organic juices for you. We're going to be teaching at the DOD 5-star, and that's right in, look at, the jungle's right around us. We're on the most beautiful cobblestone street. It's totally private. You can go swimming anytime you want in the structured saltwater pool. While you're there, you can use all the energy medicine that you want. And anybody who comes to take the course here in Ixtapa, okay, everything will be discounted. The cardio med bed, the Cellsonic, everything we do. Okay, we are going to show that we love you and we care for you, and we're going to keep our prices down as low as possible that you go, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. All right, so Stewart, Florida, you can contact host Debbie or Dina. There's the phone numbers. Coffs Harbour would be Tora Klein, and then in Ixtapa, Mexico, that would be me, 469-861-8884. That's USA Direct. Anybody got US calling? Then it's direct. And if you don't want to do it on USA Direct, then just call me on my WhatsApp on that phone number, or extension 5 on the 800 number, okay? You know, I just want to tell you that I really love my life. I love doing this. I love people that want to love themselves. I love that people come to us that want to love and care for themselves. Oh my God, I just want to surround myself with people that love life. People that want to know how to love life, how to love and care for themselves, learn how to mind their own business, learn how to actually ignore all the systems, corporations, okay, and just becoming their own Braveheart hero, their own practitioner, their own lover, fill up your heart. Don't tear it apart. Okay? All right? Here's the pricing. And as you can see, we discounted all these prices by 35, 40%. And these are all in the currency of the country we're teaching. Australia, Australian dollars. United States, American dollars. Canada, Canadian dollars. But in Mexico, it will be US dollars. It won't be pesos. And the price is right when you come down here. And we only have, when we do the course, only places for 3. That's it. Or if 2 people wanted to stay together, but they're king beds. I don't know. That would be a couple probably. And the reality is this, we don't want to overload anything. I've already did that. Man, I'll tell you, you know what? I did a course here in Ixtapa. When my first course, when we opened up the Ixtapa World Healing and Training Center, I had 55 people. And I said, oh my gosh. Well, we're not doing that anymore. The biggest that a course will be around 24 people. That's beautiful, because got enough people with enough conditions when you're doing the Wolf non-surgical that everybody gets to sample everything and they know that, guess what? It's all reversible. It's reversible. And we're not saying we're going to totally reverse it that first treatment, but you're going, oh wow, got this, was sold the wrong information. And in the Whole Life Coach, there's enough people with different personalities that everybody finds out that we're all in the same bloody mess and we can get out of it together because we're stronger when we come together. Again, Doc of Detox, if you guys have testimonials, could you send them in? Because I won't put a testimonial up unless it's sent in by someone. And it's got to be real. I just want real testimonials, and you can just put your first name and initial. That's all. And if you put the state or even just Canada, but understand, I will never put up anything unless it's a real testimonial, and we will not write them. I'm putting them up because, you know what? Everybody's saying, why don't you have testimonials? If you really were that good, why don't you have, because I don't believe in them. I don't believe in collecting testimonials. It's another way of marketing. I'd rather people tell people that tell people, but now we'll do it. But they've got to be real. They got to be real testimonials. You know what? I don't have to do anything to be called fraudulent or what's he really up to. And the reality is this. I'm not trying to find my authentic self and remain truthful with total integrity for anybody. I'm doing it for myself and for the creator that created me to be a great creator. And that's all I'm trying to do. All right. And like I said, every Tuesday, we'll be back to next week to just Doc Talk Live. You can join us if you'd like. Okay? All right? We take all your questions because you matter. Just remember something. If you don't matter, you won't be treated that way. And also, you might want to join the Pelvic Restoration for Men and Women. I'm on there every week. Okay? It's not every other Monday. Can you please have that slide changed? It's every Monday. And when I can't do the show, Dr. Sage Wolf will be doing it. Okay? And then Pelvic Restoration for Men and Women, live Q&A, is every other Monday with Lorraine and Simran, okay? But me and Lorraine are on here every week. I need that changed, all right? And for those of you who have always wanted to practice, but oh my God, they don't allow massage, or they don't allow acupuncture, or they don't allow this, or they don't allow this in my province, my state, my country, that's not true. Check out the Indigenous Sovereign Protection and understand something. Go give this a test. Go to my website at bhnuniversity.com or practitionerprotection.com, and this is why there's hot water boiling out there again for Dr. Wolf, okay? Because we know that if you get adopted by the Taino tribe, then we're going to give you 2 books. You're going to study those. You're going to write a 20-page thesis, and then you're going to come in front of Dr. Ben Aguilera, and you're going to come in front of the Chief Taino Council. And then guess what? Then you're going to get your doctorate in Indigenous medicine, and you're going to be protected under the umbrella of Indigenous that's been tested all the way to the Supreme Court. How do you like that? And it's already passed through United Nations, and even though they're as corrupt as you know what, they still have passed it. So. And almost the whole world has to follow this. And understand, you can talk to Dr. Ben if you want. You can call me. I'll give you his phone number. And you can find out that this has already been tested by even medical holistic doctors. And then it gets thrown out of court. All right. Anyways, Braveheart Nation app will be coming out. This is my gift. And I really believe it's my gift to the world. This is mainly created by women. And that's because women are the caretakers of the world. And we need to take care. Everybody, self-care is the way. The only permanent health care is self-care. The only permanent love is self-love. I hope you get that someday. You need to learn how to fly. First, loving yourself. You can't give what you're not. You can't give what you're not. Okay? So just know, together, we're stronger. Braveheart Nation. Now, here's how you can get in touch. If you decide you want to get a Cellpower, or you have any questions at all, you will never be marketed to or upsold on my website. You will not be upsold when you call and you just have a health question. No one's going to try to push products onto you. A step at a time, but at least put your toe in and test the water. Give us a chance. Give yourself a chance. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself. First and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can, I am loved, I am healed, I am Braveheart. Thanks for joining me. Remember something. Your smile is your greatest weapon. 3, 2, 1. You got this, Braveheart.